The wife went on a walk, so I decided to go ahead and get up and get out to the garden early today because I want to put down some fertilizer for everybody. It's been a couple weeks. Some things need fertilizer sooner than others, but I'll do it every well, as often as I can remember, but try to do it every other week. But let me show you what we got for fertilizer. This was our chicken coop when we grew our meat birds. So we grew those birds real quick to harvest. But there was a lot of chicken manure that was in the ground and bedding and stuff like that. So we took that bedding and we took it with scraps of what's been in the garden and we put it in this bucket. So how this bucket works is 2 buckets actually. So one is solid, right? The one on top, the inserts, has a bunch of holes poked into it. Inside this top bucket, I put scraps from in here, so all the manure and the hay and cuttings and stuff that come from the garden, I put in the top bucket, right? Fill that up and compact it as much as possible. Then I come through and I spray it down with the hose and let all that just sit and it steeps. So if you ever made tea, you know what I'm talking about, right? So it all sits and it steeps. And after about 3 weeks, which I think it's been 3 weeks till today, I come in and I'm going to pull this top bucket, which is all the stuff is going to strain, leaving just the water below. And so all that is going to be good, very, very good, usable fertilizer. And some say it's the equivalent of a 10-10-10 fertilizer. I'm not sure. Never tested it. But one thing I do know is that it works. On top of that, you got to be careful because this is basically concentrated now. So you want to water this down. So what I'm going to do is take this bottom bucket. I'm going to use this funnel, have cheesecloth over it to catch any little fragments or any little bits that I don't want in my water. And I'm going to put it in here and just pour myself a nice little cup of what's in that bottom bucket. So just about a cup and a half, I don't know, something like that. And then fill the rest of it up with water, and that's my fertilizer. So I'm going to run that circuit a few times over to the garden and give these guys some good fertilizer from this morning. So let me go ahead and do that, and yeah, we'll catch back up. I can at least show you guys when I pull this. What is actually? Look, I'll show you the top first. So look at that, it's bubbling and everything. Yeah, it's been trapped in there just doing its thing. So that's all the scraps. Got a little soil in there from plants and whatnot that I just tossed in there. Yeah, it's a lot going on in there. You don't want no part of that. Put this back on. Okay, now I'm going to pull just this top bucket so I can get you a side view. See how all that stuff is straining down? That's what we after. That's that liquid gold. Right? Like I said, if you ever made tea, you know what I'm talking about. We put all the material into this little top container that has the holes. And then lean this over. Sit it like that. And once that's finished draining, then, like I said, all that in the bottom bucket is going to be good fertilizer. It stinks. But again, remember, that's concentrated. So you only need a little bit of that. You don't finish by now. So, yep. And look at that. That right there, it stinks. But there's a lot going on in here. And so what I'm going to do is pour this through this cheesecloth strainer. There's also a metal strainer inside the funnel itself. I'm going to pour myself like a cup. And then I'll catch back up with you guys. Okay, so that poured through. Went through very easily. So we got about a good cup and a half, almost 2 cups. That's the material that's left in the cheesecloth. Just gonna sit this here, and then the rest of this I'm gonna fill up with water. And once this full, we'll carry it down and feed it to the crops. Yep. Alright, so we have our mix. It's all mixed in here now. And so we're just gonna apply this. Give everybody a nice little healthy serving. And one thing I love about these beds, I hated it at first, is because everything sits on a freaking slope. So as you're pouring, stuff runs downhill. It kind of helps with other things as well. So get the new guy with the fertilizer. Yeah, it's good stuff, guys. It stinks, but it's good stuff. All right, so that's good. Not gonna overdo it. And good thing we're doing it bright and early in the morning, so they can have time to eat up all the nutrients of this water. So let me finish this. I got a couple more circuits to run, and then be wrapping up. But that's pretty much it. It's our own version of 10-10-10 fertilizer. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day, and y'all get out and enjoy it. This stuff is a vapor. It's gone before we know it. I'll talk to y'all later.